guess it's true what they say. The camera does make you gain 10 pounds. Welcome to my channel. This is literally my first video ever, so bear with me. I'm recording on my iPhone. One day I'll have a nice camera. I'm gonna start off with some E.L.F. primer. This is the Luminous Putty primer. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here, introduce myself, you know, and do my makeup at the same time. See, I look so luminous now. I do my brows first, and I have this little $1 billion brows pen. So I'm just gonna start off by doing my brows. Excuse my smoke detector. I haven't changed my batteries in like a year. I already have like pretty, you know, like thick brows, so I'm just gonna like fill in the areas like where it's a little bit more sparse. Not really gonna fill in too much in the front of my eyebrow, just more shaping and towards the back and like the sparse areas. How is everyone doing? This is kind of weird being my first YouTube video because like I'm sitting here talking to nobody in front of a camera, you know? Well, I know you guys are gonna watch soon, but you know. They look kind of dark, but I guess when I put on the rest of my face, we'll see. Gosh, I look really fat in the camera. This is bad. This is really hard. I don't know. I'm not used to these pens. So how are you? Are you doing okay? Be honest. It's okay if you're not okay. Are they sisters? Are they cousins? Are they sisters from an orphanage? Yeah, they're definitely not twins. Let's just be honest. Okay. Now I'm just gonna clean them up with some concealer and make them look pretty. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay if you make a mess while you're doing your brows, because concealer is your best friend. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more concealer for a primer, and then I'm just gonna blend it in with my beauty blender. And this will just be my base for my eyeshadow. I honestly prefer concealer over primer. I feel like some primers are really drying, or they're just too like sticky. They don't blend well, you know what I mean? I don't know if you get what I mean, but whatever. This is an E.L.F. sponge. This was like $5, and it's probably one of the best makeup sponges that I've ever tried. Better than Morphe, or what is it? Real Techniques. Better than the Morphe sponge. Better than the Beauty Blender sponge. It's just so soft, and yeah, it's just really soft. I like me a soft sponge. Like, I don't like those ones that are really hard and you have to like really work the water out of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, those are the worst. They blend terrible and they pick up all your product. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for like a gold look that I like doing, like a brown, you know, goldish look. I'm gonna take this color here. It's like just a brown color, nice transition shade. And I'm just gonna pack this into my crease area. And I feel like the secret to getting a more flawless blend is by picking up the eyeshadows and lightly packing it where you want it, and then going in afterwards and sort of, you know, blending it out a little bit, and you'll get a nice payoff and blend. Boom. And we don't want this to be too dark, because we're just using this as a transition. So you want to transition colors, it just depends, I guess. So if you're doing something colorful, just like say you're doing pinks, you'll use the lightest pink that you have as a transition shade. But if you're doing like browns and stuff like that, then you'll want to use something more your skin tone, but a little bit darker, just to give it that flawless, like seamless blend to your skin, I guess you could say. See? Nice and blended. Now, since we have that laid down, we're just gonna go to a little bit of a darker color. I'm just gonna go, sorry, my kids also got into this palette. I'm just gonna use, oh hi. So I'm just gonna use this color. It's more like a coppery burnt orange brown kind of. And I'm still going to stay in my crease, but drag it a little bit more down towards my lid as well. I feel like everybody is going through some tough times right now. Not only with COVID, just, you know, personal life and things like that. It's okay not to be okay. There's gonna be days when you don't feel strong. There's gonna be days when you just wanna lay in your bed and cry. And that's okay. Don't let any of your difficulties define you or make you feel like you're a bad person or you're not doing good. Because, like I said, everybody goes through hard times. And I know I definitely have too. And I recently have. And it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, we're always gonna come out stronger. And every little thing that you go through is just gonna define who you are as a person and build you up. Don't ever let anything tear you down, because everything in this life is temporary, you know? Like, heartbreak, temporary. Like, how many times have you gotten your heart broken? And how many times are you going to get your heart broken? As awful as it sounds, it's gonna happen. Like, you know, and it's fine to go through. Like, it's okay. Cry as much as you need to, but then you get back up and you keep going and you try harder. Everything will be fine. Religious is something that gives me strength, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm not feeling okay, I'll just sit there and talk to God, you know. We'll have our own conversation, and then at the end of it, I just ask him to give me strength, and he does. He sure does. But like I said, it's okay to cry. It's okay to not feel yourself. It's okay to just lay in bed for 3 days straight if you want to. Feel what you have to feel. And then when that's over, you get up and you keep going. You keep pushing yourself, and you just keep being who you are. Everything happens for a reason, and your whole destiny is already written before you. So stop trying to change the things that you cannot change. If there's something you want to do, get up and do it, you know? But don't ever sit there and make yourself feel bad about it, because it's just gonna make it worse. You know what I mean? Just try to be positive. Try to, you know, get up and see the light at the end of the tunnel, because I promise nothing lasts forever. Not your feelings, not situations, nothing like that, you know? You just gotta get up and keep going, keep moving, keep pushing, and be strong, because that's all we have in this life is our strength. At the end of the day, whether you lose everything or, you know, you're just going through a tough time, like, all you really have is your strength, and that's all you can really depend on. So yeah, I just want to take a minute to say that, because I know there are people out there that are going through a lot of things, like myself. You know, we all go through things, but you're not alone. We're always here for each other. And that is what I wanted to make this channel about, you know, just like being able to have a safe place to talk about things and not feel like somebody's here to judge you, because I'm not here to judge you. You could share anything with me, and I'm not gonna judge you. Don't ever feel like you have to conform to anything that people want you to be. Be your genuine self, and I promise you, life will be fine. Like, just be your genuine self, and don't give up on your dreams. I'm starting to learn about myself more, and everything that I went through this year, like, it was hard, but like it made me learn so much about myself, and I'm so, even though it hurts, like, I'm so thankful for it. I'm here for you, girl. I'm here for you. Okay, don't give up. Okay, anyway, with that being said, we're gonna add a little bit of a darker brown to like the outer crease, just to darken this up a little bit. And I'm just gonna like kind of stamp it in there where I want it. Stamp it where I want it. And blend it out lightly. And we're just gonna mostly focus this just on the outside. Everything that I do use in this video, I will talk about it a little bit, but I'll also post it in the description box so you could have it there for you in case you're wondering. Now I'm going to just take a brush like this, you know, like a little flat shader brush, and I'm gonna take some more of that concealer. When I cut my crease, I like applying just a little bit on my eyelid. And I'm sure everybody knows this trick, but if you don't, just apply a little bit on your eyelids and look up. Oh god, maybe not. Maybe that went a little bit too far. I think I got it on my eyelashes. Oh god. But usually it works like that. I just got some on my eyelashes. I'm just gonna basically follow that line now. I'm gonna take a little bit more on my hand and just dip my brush in it so it's completely saturated. And I'm only gonna do like a half cut crease. So I'm just gonna go ahead and follow that line. Like I said, I'm not gonna go all the way. I'm just gonna go about 3/4 of the way, maybe less. See, this trick is like game changing because you don't even really have to put in the effort. Like my ex. And for these eyeshadows, these Milani ones, the shimmery ones, you kind of, what I've experienced is you kind of have to use your finger for them to get like a good color payoff. It's not that easy with a brush. They don't really stick well to the brush, but they stick really well to your finger. So that's what I'm gonna do. And like I said, I'm just gonna put this darker gold on like the outer portion. And with this one, I'm gonna go a little bit past my pupil, like right about there. And I probably will take a brush when I get closer to the crease just so I can make it, you know, a little bit more sharp. These kind of eyeshadows are a little bit harder to work with because they're more like glittery, flaky, and not exactly shimmery, you know what I mean? I love this gold, it's so pretty. Like I said, drugstore eyeshadows have really stepped their game up. They are not plain, they are coming for you, Sephora. For this other, it's like a champagne-y, pinkish like color, you know? I'm just gonna apply this more towards the front. And kind of use my finger to like blend the two colors together, the two shimmery colors together. I'm actually gonna take that same brush that I used to cut my crease, since it has like a little bit more concealer on it. It's a little bit tacky. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna wipe it off first a little bit. But I'm just gonna use this to pick up those eyeshadows and get a little bit closer to the crease. And one day my setup will be better where, you know, I can zoom in and stuff like that and show you the eyeshadow up close. But for now, just bear with me. And who doesn't love a good old-fashioned makeup tutorial, right? Now, I'm gonna go back in with that smaller tapered brush again. I'm gonna pick up that dark brown again, and I'm gonna blend it out on my outer crease into that gold color a little bit, just get more of a blended outer eye. And you know what, even if your eyeshadow doesn't look that great, when you put on lashes, you're not even gonna be able to tell. I'm gonna go back in with that other brush that I use, like the more deeper reddish brown. I'm just gonna go back over and blend that brown a little bit. Don't be afraid to play with your makeup. But at the end of the day, makeup is just makeup and it washes off, and yeah, just have fun with it. Who cares? I'm just gonna go back in once more with the other fluffier brush with that first transition shade that we used. Just make sure everything is nice and blended together. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna use that Makiage foundation. You're gonna see how dark this shit is. It's like, what the fuck? But I'm also gonna mix it with this because this one is a little bit too light for me and this one is a little bit too dark for me, so I'm just gonna put them together. Just one pump. See, I don't know if you could tell. Look at how orange that shit is. Like, no honey. I don't know if it was just me that just did the quiz wrong, but I've done it before and it came out spot on, so I don't. This actually isn't too bad, right? I think it'll oxidize a little bit too, so it'll match a little bit better as well. My baby hair's running wild tonight. I use this. This is a concealer I got in my BoxyCharm. It's called Pretty Vulgar. In the shade The Middle Ground. It's a little bit, so I'm gonna mix it with another concealer. Man, I don't know what's up with, like, I don't know if I just don't know my like skin tone online or something, but yeah, not fun. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of the Makiage one. Get it a little bit lighter. I'm gonna do like the other parts of my face first, and then I do my under eyes last. That way it's more opaque, I guess. Like, if you let it dry down a little bit, it kind of like gives you a better color payoff, or coverage, I should say. Like dense brush really quick, and I'm just gonna blend this area because I don't like how the eyeshadow kind of like the concealer kind of like conflict together, you know. So I just blend it out a little bit and it looks 100 times. I'm gonna set it with this Beauty Bakery flower setting powder. I also got this in my BoxyCharm, and this is in the color Oat Translucent, and I kind of like pat it off my hands a little bit so it's not too much. I'm just gonna lightly bake with this flower. We're gonna bake with this flower. Don't forget those smile lines, especially when you get older. We will just let this sit. Look crazy. Look at. Oh, I look so crazy right now. We're just gonna let that sit for a little bit, and while we let that sit, I'm gonna do my eyeliner and apply some lashes. It's actually pretty black. It's another thing I don't really like with felt tip eyeliners, and I feel like they're kind of watery, you know what I mean? Like, they don't apply really well. I kind of like it. Yeah, it's pretty black. So I really like that. It's easy to control. All right, I'm gonna take this brush and kind of dust away some of this bake. I look really white right now, so we need it. I think it's just the lighting though. This mirror has all these lights on it. So yeah, we are gonna bronze up our face, add some life back into it. My favorite way to contour is contouring right on top of my cheekbones. Not right under, but right on top. Oh yes, you see that? You see that? I just lost 20 pounds on this side. Looking slimmer already. And then I'm just gonna take the more cool tone part of the kit, and I'm gonna focus it so like I kind of make like a triangle or whatever, I don't know, right under my chin. And that is gonna hide your double chin. Boom. And then just right along my jaw. For my blush, I'm gonna use this Covergirl Peach Punch Highlighter Palette. It has like a matte, sort of matte blush in it. It's just a really pretty color. So use this. Just gonna go right over wherever I contoured, a little bit on the forehead. And I like, lately I've been like I've been liking it on my, before I apply mascara, lashes, and highlighter, I'm gonna set my face, and this is the NYX Dewy Finish. I love this one. I like to put on my highlighter while it's a little bit wet, just to get a better payoff. And for my highlighter, I'm gonna use this Glowdient makeup palette. I don't even really know who this is by. Anyway, it's kind of like, you know, it has like different shades, so I'm going to use like right in between these two here, and just apply it on the high points of my face. It looks pretty. You know, I'm going to do my eyeshadow, my under eye eyeshadow, and I'm just going to kind of use the same colors that I was using up at top. And a cool trick I also learned is if you have kind of like wrinkly under eyes, if you kind of just drag the eyeshadow down a little bit, it kind of hides that, and it also keeps your makeup from creasing a little bit too. So I got these lash strip kiss lashes. They looked really pretty, and I kind of like how they have that, you know, like spider-like kind of look to them, more wispy. See how they fit. Ooh, these are really pretty. So I'm gonna apply some glue on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna use the end of the tube and apply it. And while I wait for this one to get tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and trim the other one. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous with Collagen, I believe. This has been my favorite mascara for years. I've used this mascara probably for like a good, I want to say like 6 years, honestly. This is my favorite. I've never really used anything else. Okay, I'm not gonna do it too much just because I'm gonna put lashes on top. So for my lashes, go ahead and do the hard eye first. So yeah, please let my lashes be on there secure. Just going over the lash line with some black liner so you can't really see where the glue dried or anything. Oh, one thing I did forget to do is my inner corner highlight. I love inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit of setting spray on my brush, and I'm gonna go in with that same color that we used for like the inner corner, like, you know, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I'm also gonna add just a little bit right under my brow. I'm gonna use this NYX Suede lipstick, and this is in the shade Dainty Days. I usually use lip liner, but I ran out, so I'm gonna go over it with, oh, my eyelash. It literally just came off. Let's try once more. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to apply this Tease lip gloss, and this was in the shade Steel 12, or no, it's called Let's Get Physical. I'm just gonna go over, let's try this one more time. I think I got it finally. I think so. One more thing I wanted to, oh, bottom mascara. Cool, I think. So I just went ahead and applied a little bit of some tinted brow gel to my brows just to darken them up a little bit. And yeah, I think this is the finished look. Like I said, I wish I had some eyeliner some lip liner right now to darken up my lips a little bit, you know, to make them a little bit more defined. But it doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. This is pretty much my everyday simple look. The look I do when I don't know what look to do, pretty much. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my first video. I hope to see you guys really soon.